Okay, boys and girls, to make your nest today, you're going to be starting off with this little thing of pipe cleaners here. And we're going to be working our way around, and we're actually going to be weaving in a circle. So what I've done in advance is cut some pieces of yarn for myself. I haven't cut it really long, probably maybe as long as your arm or something like that would be a good place to start. And when you begin, you're going to take the end of your yarn and you are going to put it right here in the center of your little spider web thing. It's not a spider web. And then just go around a couple of times around the middle, just so you know it's going to stay there. And also because you're kind of covering up the ugly middle of it. Once you have your center all covered up, it's time to go over, under, over, under. So I'm going over this one and then under this one. Over this one, under this one. And as I go, I'm just kind of pulling it. I could have it like out here, way out in the stratosphere, but I want to pull it in so I can see it. So I'm going over, under, over, under. And then once I get over here, I'm like, I'm running out of space. So what I like to do is you're basically taking your hand and taking it here and then rotating it. Over, under, over, under, over. So now I rotate it in my hand and continue. Over, under, over, under, over, under. And you just keep filling it in. And as you continue, you're going to be like, ooh, I'm getting faster, I'm getting faster. And what's kind of exciting is when you know you're about to run out of string and you get to change your color, because that's always fun to think that you're going to have another color coming. So I'm continuing doing this, and as I'm doing it, you can kind of see that I just keep turning, just kind of rotating it in my hand, almost like I'm turning like a little wheel or something like that, going over, under, over, under, over, under. And I am almost to the end of my string here. In fact, I'm going to cut it. So here I am. And when you finish one, just leave it there. Don't be uptight about it. You don't have to tie it off to the next one or anything like that. Just kind of go with it. So now I'm taking another string and I'm going to put it near the last one where I left off. So notice I'm just leaving the end here, and then I'm coming with a new one and I'm laying it right on top of the old one. It's going to feel a little weird at first, but then once you get going it'll be fine. So I'm going to go under, over, under, over, under, over. Okay, so now I'm running into all those yucky strings that I had from before. So just kind of make them be friends and be happy and just kind of tuck in there somehow. So off we go on our merry way, over, under, over, under. Continuing on, here we go. And isn't it sweet that you guys have all the materials you need to make a nest? Think of a bird. Where would you go if you needed to go find materials for a nest? I was looking at one website and they showed how a lot of city birds use stuff from the city to make their nest. So they'll find like cigarette butts and trash and all these weird items that are kind of sad to see in a nest, but they just have to use whatever they can find. So I'm doing this. And I'm done with that color. So that looks kind of cool. Here's the back. Here's the front. So I can go and choose another color. Maybe I'll choose this purple. So like I said before, you're just going to put it on here. Just kind of hold it with your thumb. If it bothers you that it's loosey-goosey, you could just like hold on to it and wrap it around just a few times, just so it feels like it's attached, you can feel free to do that too. Whatever feels good to you. And we'll be around to help you if you're feeling frustrated. So I'm continuing on my merry way, making my beautiful bird nest. Are you getting excited about making your own? Thinking about what colors you're going to use? Now, once you get to this point where you're kind of almost halfway, you may want to start thinking about moving your pipe cleaners up into a nest shape. We saw that a lot of those hummingbirds and other birds have like a cup shape to it. So here what I've done is just bent it over. The back of my thing is looking super cute there. And just to kind of start to bring it up higher. I'm going to use this really thick string here so I can get this done so you're not watching me do this forever. So I'm going under, over, going around like this. And you can see how it helps to have super thick string. All of a sudden you're like, all right, now we're talking. Now we're moving. Now we're almost done with this project. At this point you might be saying, I'm so glad I wasn't born a bird. Now, you're going to want to continue weaving until you are almost to the ends of those pipe cleaners. Those of you who run out of time today, you'll just have a smaller nest. But if you make it all the way to the tip of the pipe cleaners, I'll show you in a second how to finish it off. So I've got that. I've got my nest going in a nice little shape here. And I'll finish off with some pink here, so that you can see how this ends. Making my way around. Here we go. La li la. Do 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 do. All right, I'm starting to get towards the tips, which makes it a little frustrating, but I know there are some of you out there that are like, I am going to get to the very end if it kills me. And that's okay, because that looks nice. You end up with a bigger nest. So, see how I'm almost like, I'm pushing it here a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is just take this last one, and I'm just going to go around a few times. You don't even need to make a knot, and then you cut it off. And then the most exciting thing with using pipe cleaners is that all you're going to do is bend it back. You're going to take this and bend it back. Bend it back. And this way, none of your strings are going to come loose. And you're just going to not even believe how cute your nest is going to be by the time that you're finished. Look, look how cute that is! I love it! All right, boys and girls, enough watching me do it. Go have fun.